What is happening, guys? My name is Hades and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are doing some more Reddit videos. I know it's been a while since I've made a Reddit video. I felt like this was the right time to come back to it. So for the first video back on Reddit, it's r/scary stories. Now this is an infamous Reddit. This is an infinite. This is an infamous. There we go. This is an infamous Reddit subreddit that has been on this channel for a while. So let's just get into it. I still can't explain this. While hiking alone in the woods, I heard someone whisper my name. I turned around, but no one was there. I was miles from the nearest person. To this day, I have no explanation for it. Have you ever experienced something that defense explanation? Should I be scared? Today I got a call from 11111111 today. It was during my lunch period and at 10 in the morning. Very distorted, low quality, almost robot-like. Couldn't understand what they were saying. It was creepy sounding. I jokingly said, "Jeff, is that you?" And systematically, what I believe he said, "Do you recognize my voice?" Terrifyingly. After that, I said, "No." And they replied, "Why do you call me Jeff? That's not my name." I said, "I don't know, honestly. I was lost for words." It then said their name. Honestly, it was so distorted. I couldn't understand, and it was loud in lunch. Maybe it said Michael, Nathan. Nothing sure. Pretty sure not on a Michael. I'm home alone tonight. I'm terrified. I don't know if I can sleep. I went to try to track a number, find the real number. I probably couldn't. But, I mean, like always. I'm like always angry. I don't know. Should I be scared? Why did I take the job? Sitting in my bed, head in my hands, frustrated with yet another day of unsuccessful job interviews and applications that go nowhere. I ask out loud, why? Am I just not good enough to hire? I just didn't get it. I just don't get it. I had a degree, years of experience, a good stable work-life balance. Then suddenly, it all crashed down around me. I loved my job. I worked hard. I got promoted. I excelled beyond my own beliefs. And then one morning, I stepped out the shower to an urgent email. Don't come to work. We are closed indefinitely. Accept your final wages to be paid. Expect your final wages to be paid 7 days. In seven working days. And a lot less. What? I tried calling my boss. No answer. Replied to the email, and it bounced back. My colleagues are scrambling to figure out what's going on, but none of us got answers. It's been months now. I'm just grateful that I had a decent enough wage at the time to have a rainy day found so fun. So I had been able to cover rent, bills, etc. But now I was running low. My rent was increased 2 days after I lost my job, and the increase was almost double. My mopping was interrupted by a notification. Ugh. I flipped my arm around to find where I'd throw my phone. One new email. Oh, great. Probably another rejection. Just want. I need it today. I open it fully, expecting Grant's rejection email that I think every company just copy and pastes. Miss Smith, thank you for your application. We feel you would be the perfect fit here at Golden Tree Nursing Home. Please arrive this evening at 10 p.m. sharp. Wear casual clothing and sensible footwear. Your shift commences at 10:10 p.m. and ends at 9:30 a.m. Congratulations. Golden Tree. I hadn't applied to a nursing home. I didn't have any experience unless you can count the forced work experience I had at 15. But I was disappointed. I needed the money, and no other job was biting. Looking back now, I should have just ignored it. 10 p.m. sharp. I've been sat outside for the last 10 minutes of fear. Out of fear or being late. I pressed the doorbell, and within seconds, the door was thrown open by a feral older woman looking over the top of her glasses. She looks at me up and down. Miss Smith, I'm assuming. Yes. Please, just call me Rebecca. She tuts me at me. Follow me, please, Miss Smith. And wipe that mess off your face. I know she didn't mean makeup. I didn't wear any. Then I remember I had eaten in my car out of nerves. I reached up and to find a simmer of tomato sauce on my chin. Great. First impressions, idiot. I think to myself. She lifted me. She led me to the security room. There must be 40 screens, all lit up, with bedrooms, hallways, break rooms, and this security room. Wow. That's a lot of screens, I said, trying to break the dwindling silence. This will be your job, Miss Smith. You sit here and watch. Once an hour, you will be physically checked. If of the floor, it should be you will be physically checked of the floor. It should take you 10 minutes to do a full loop. Okay, sounds simple enough. This is your rule book. Take this first hour to study it. Don't understand any circumstances vary from that understood. She held the book and I carefully took it. Yes, ma'am. Understood. She nods. Good night, Miss Smith. Good luck. She takes her leave and I settle down into a super comfortable chair. I see her leaving the building, and the security camera and locking the door behind her. I lean back and open the rule book. It smells old, but like relevantly new. Rebecca Smith. These are your rules. You must follow them without question. Failure to do so will result in immediate termination. Rule 1. Check into your shift precisely 10:10 p.m. Not before, not after. Rule 2. Lock the security room door immediately. Only unlock it. Unlock it when you do your rounds. Oh, shit. I jumped up to lock the door, but it's already done. Maybe she did it on her way out. Rule 3. The nursing home is empty. We have no patients. If you hear anyone or see anyone, do not engage. Final rule 4. Finally, rule 4. If you hear anyone walking behind you, ignore it. Do not turn around. Walk at your normal pace and finish your loop. Upon locking yourself back in the security room, turn monitors 37 and 9 off, and do not turn them back on for the remainder of your shift. What the hell? At this point, I'm thinking I should just get up and leave, but she had locked me in. Maybe this is just an old lady's idea of a joke. If it is, then great job freaking the new guy out. The first 4 hours of my shift was smooth sailing. I settled back down into my chair, sipping on a simple sipple of canned iced coffee. I kept my bag, scanning over the screens. Something caught my eye. Bedroom 12. I stare on the screen. I swear it looked like someone under the bed covers. Beep, beep, beep. I spin around the room. Bottom call bottom had been pressed. Room 12 flashing away. Maybe it was a recurring issue. This building is really old. I turned back to look at that room. A chill runs up my spine. A woman in a nightgown stood at the door, finger repeatedly pressing the button. I remember rule 3, do not engage. I guess that means I should just sit and wait for the flashing, for it to finish. But one by one, all 30 call lights start going off. Some rooms are empty, and others, well, I don't even know what they are, but they're not human. The beeping is starting to feel like knives in my brain. I check the time, feeling like it has been going for hours. 2:16. 2:16? Are you kidding me? It's been a minute? A literal minute. I slammed my head down onto the desk, covering my ears with my hands, begging for it to stop. As abruptly as it started, it stopped. But now The silence was deafening. 1.5. We met and we fell in love almost instantly. We bonded over our passions for cooking and my Berbers that are to die for. I loved her so much. We loved each other. She tried to leave me because apparently what I do is wrong. I must have spooked her because she started to run away. I captured her. It in my and did my thing. Now 2 weeks later, I'm preparing her for dinner. My burgers for my new date. Hopefully this one doesn't run. I always wait 1.5 years to tell them about my secret recipe. This girl seems like the crazy tape. Maybe she'll accept me. What am I? 31st April morning. I woke up. I'm finally free from school. At last. As I lie in bed thinking about what I should do today. But my mind feels blank. I get up, walk to my wardrobe. I fall back in shock. There's something standing right in front of me. Its features are strange, almost familiar and horrifying. It holds its head in a way I do. I'm still on the floor, but it's copying me every moment. I like it. It's trying to be me. Like it's trying to be me. I recognize it, but I don't know it. I don't know what you call something like this. I leave the room, shaken, and head downstairs. I grab a bowl of cereal and a shiny, long metal thing with 4 tiny, sharp, pokey ends. It feels familiar, but I don't know what it is. But I feel like I do. I eat, I drink. The cereal tastes good. It makes me feel like a dog. I turn on the TV. I see it again. The same kind of thing I saw in my room. But now now there's more of them. And they're not copying me. They all look different from each other. Ring, ring, ring. I jump at the sound and dive under the coffee table. It's loud, almost like a warning. I don't know what it means, but it feels dangerous. It won't stop ringing. I hide until it finally goes quiet. When I crawl out to go outside, something's wrong. Something's wrong with me, with my house. It feels off. I lock the door. And shove my keys into my pocket. The trees, the sky, everything is vibrant, so beautiful. I keep looking around and still see the creatures, the same ones from the house. They don't seem dangerous. They seem harmless. I find a food truck, I eat, then I go home. Maybe the danger has passed. I put my hand in my pocket and feel something small and metal. It's wrangling sharp like a tiny weapon. I don't know why I have it, but something tells me I should. What if the higher ups saw this? I couldn't be caught carrying something like that. I throw it away and run home as fast as I can. But the door won't open. Why won't it open? Do the higher ups know? Did they lock me out? Or are they trying to protect me from something? A person walks up. I jump back. It's another one of those creatures. Like the one in my room, but different. They open the door and say, "Come on, don't stand there." I follow them inside it's my house. Why didn't you pick the phone up? I grabbed the shiny metal object with the 4 tiny sticks. Again, the creature speaks.
Put that down. You're dangerous.
I'm confused. I've never heard a soul.
Go to your room. Now.
I go, hoping I won't see that mimicking creature again. It just copies me. That's all it ever does. So bizarre. It's so bizarre. The words
"You're dangerous"
echoes in my head. I walked around my room until I see a plastic book on the floor. What's that doing there? Here. I picked it up and opened it. Inside, there was the same small, sharp metal object, sealed in a Ziploc bag, with dragged red paint on it. Next to it are other metal tools, labeled with different dates, names. That sounds familiar to me. Where are these objects why are these objects named after people? Or where were they used on them? I run downstairs and scream at the creature.
What am I?
It seems slowly winks with a third eyelid. I'll be insane before I finish dinner. Used to think life passed too fast. Now, it'll last forever. Nobody remembers how it happened. Nobody remembers how it began. It started over. Dinner. Steam rising from the plates. The chuckle of silverware. Murmured conversations. The usual. Then something changed. Something stretched. Were we all still here? Sitting at this table? The food's still warm. The candle's still burning. But time has slowed at a crawl. To a crawl. A second becomes a year. Maybe impossible to tell. I try to lift my fork. Takes an eternity. The motion never finishes. My wife sits across from me, her face frozen, mind mid-expression. It's been years since we've really looked at each other, and yet we sit staring, breathing, thinking if I really considered on moving. I could feel her touch again, talking, pointless. Alright, so I know that I cut this one short, but we were getting over that time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, like, comment down below, which one's the next, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.